6 months ago when we started this project, this was just bare land. And like most projects, it has taken consistency, lots of patience, and proper planning to get us where we are today.
From clearing the site to putting proper infrastructure in place, every step has been intentional. We are going to show you Zen Oasis like we've never seen before.
Today we are joined by the CEO of the Detail Apartment, Architect Lamidu, as he takes us around this project. Join us. So Architect Lamidu, it's good to see you once again. Last time we were here, we were just standing on bare ground, trenches dug, and today we are in the middle of what looks like a very wonderful edifice. How has the last couple of months been?
It's been a long time coming, honestly, and first and foremost, I give glory to God, for the pace at which we've been able to drive this project. Because, like Riley said, the last time that we were all together on site, we had dug the trenches. Yeah. If I recollect very correctly, we were doing the ground beams, and we had the iron rods, being laid, and all the steel cages for the raft. And from that time till now, it's been non-stop. I'll call it almost frantic pace, because we promised something from the onset. We promised very, very speedy, clean, contemporary construction here with our contemporary designs, and that's what we've been able to deliver so far. So we're here to talk about the progress that we've made, and I'm just very, very happy to share all that we have done in the last 6 months.
For those that are probably watching us for the first time here on site, this is Zen Oasis. Where exactly is Zen Oasis located?
So Zen Oasis is located right by the coastal road, and it is just the nearest landmark. The nearest popular landmark is Chevron, okay? And then just before Chevron we have the New Road bus stop. And by New Road bus stop, you have the popular James Hope University. Yeah. And so we are right behind James Hope University, and also right behind Twin Lakes Estate, which is by Chevron as well. Okay. So those are the popular landmarks. You have the Twin Lakes Estate, you have James Hope University, and maybe the more popular one, Chevron.
All right, so aside from the landmarks that are here, what about the access points, and how do these landmarks enhance the living experience of residents here?
All right, so one thing I didn't mention the other time was that we're also right by the beach, okay? So, Alpha Beach is barely, I would say, probably 800 or so meters from our location. Matter of fact, from the top floor, you can actually look at the activities going on the beach, right? So we're that close. And to your question, the landmarks that we have in the area and how it enhances the value of this particular estate itself. You have the coastal road first and foremost. The access points, right from here, it's barely, I would say, a minute's drive to the coastal road. And from the coastal road to the Central Business District, VI, it's about, I would say, a 15 minutes drive. The coastal road has been open right now. And coming here, we applied the coastal road, and you saw how easy it was. We're coming right from the Detail Apartments, which is Monastery Road, Detail 3, right to this place. It didn't take us how many minutes, right? And then from here on to VI is about 15-20 minutes. So the access point is so very, very fluid. Those who are going to be getting a piece of this real estate will be getting something very, very, very prime for themselves. Then I also talk about James Hope University, which I believe will be opening very, very soon. A very, very major investment, very major landmark. And then you also have Twin Lakes Estate. We are right opposite Twin Lakes Estate. So it's more like the best of both worlds. You have a very premium location. You have premium properties developed here to detail and very, very pristine construction as well. So we have that going for us.
I guess the next question really would be, what makes this a prime location for anybody looking to put their money into Lagos real estate? Why should I choose Zen Oasis and not some other project in Phase 1 or in VI? What makes this special?
Well, let me start from access, okay? I mentioned that in part, but let me just call it what it is. Access is, I think, the highlight of what you are buying into when you buy this property. Access to Lekki, access to VI, okay? So we're like right in the middle. And because the coastal road is barely a minute's drive, so when you exit this particular property, you have a road, which I'm sure the video can show, how you can access the coastal road, right? And once you get on the coastal road, bam, if you're going to Lekki, you're there in maybe about 20 minutes. If you're going to VI, you're there in about 15 minutes, right? The other thing again is planning. Okay, so when the coastal road came to this particular location, we're able to identify it right ahead of when the activities got very, very busy. Our position itself very, very strategically, knowing fully well that coastal road in itself, the access it gives, right, the accessibility it gives also enhances the value, okay, of the property itself. So we have that going for ourselves too. So we have access, we have the value right from the location where it is sited, and then the popular landmarks again where this is now. You know, I mentioned it's right opposite James Hope University, right over Twin Lakes, and then just, you know, approximate distance from Chevron itself. So we have that going for ourselves. Then let's talk about the kind of designs that we have put here. Design is at the heart of what we do. We are first and foremost architects, right? So we take a lot of pride in, you know, putting all design elements that ensure functional, aesthetic, that enhance living. Okay, so each of our spaces, they are very well thought out. We have apartments and maisonettes here. We'll get maybe into that, you know, when we talk about the designs. But when you have what is already well designed, and then we have parking, you know, for our units, or specifically designed in such a way that nobody blocks anybody. You have developments these days where it's all about cramming a lot of people into a very tiny space, and then most people have maybe one parking slot, and then other people have to park by the road. But with this such that we prioritize the convenience access for those who are going to be here. You have 2 cars to a particular unit, everybody parks within the compound, and then we also provided the buffer in front of the premises for visitors to park. So the ambience itself, from design itself, the ambience enhances the living of those, and then you feel like you're in a very exclusive development. So all of that packed into one is why we know that they are bringing more than enough value for those who are keen into it, and there are very, very limited units available as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you talked about design. I want to ask more questions on the design aspect. Right. You know, Lekki is known for its seasonal flooding. Yeah. How has the architects involved that reality into the design so that they can future-proof these estates?
So you also mentioned something I want us to highlight. Future-proofing is at the heart of what we do. Okay. I'm very happy that, you know, we don't just do developments because we want to do business. We actually think about how well or how comfortable people are going to be beyond when we deliver these units to them. So future-proofing is thinking about what happens in the future and ways that we can mitigate whatever inconveniences and whatever difficulties that people would encounter. Factoring that into design, you know, more or less like you backward integrate it, and then how do you hedge against all these things that people don't have foresight for? One of the ways for flooding, I mean, Lagos and flooding, they're like 5 and 6, okay? But when you accept the reality that practically everywhere in Lagos is liable to flood, so to speak, right? Yeah. Aside the areas that are really bad, you have to ensure that, number one, you provide adequate drainage. And for you to provide adequate drainage, you have to look at your surroundings. And first and foremost, make it easy for the engineers to factor very good designs that will be very sustainable. How do you do sustainability in drainage construction or drainage design? Number one, you have to ensure that your compound levels are adequately sand-filled to a height that makes it possible for your designs to, by gravity, flow from your site to the drainage channels and onward to where they'll be safely discharged into larger water bodies. So what we've done here is that we raised the foundation of this particular estate 1.5 meters above the natural ground level. So the cameras, I mean, what you see right now as the foundation, which is the German floor in local parlance, is actually 6 inches below the eventual compound level. So all that we're standing on right now, we are below compound level here. And when anytime it rains, you have even done sufficient sand filling, so much that the place doesn't flood when it rains. But because we are future-proofing now, we know that water levels and the sea levels will get elevated in future. Yes. We are taking the pain right now and also the extra cost to raise this compound level 5 feet above where we are currently standing, so that whatever happens in future, I mean, the investments, the security, the convenience, and the comfort of those who key into this real estate is protected.
So, Architect Lamidu, we're on the first floor of this apartment building, but I need you to walk us through this project. What kind of project is this? How many units? Is it 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom, 3 bedrooms? Basically, just introduce this project to us step by step.
Okay, so basically, it's a 3-story contemporary block of apartments and maisonettes. And on the ground floor, I'll walk you through, from ground floor all the way to the top. Now, for a typical block, because we have 2 blocks of this, mezzanines and apartments. On the very first block, on the ground floor is all parking. Like I said, previously when you asked the question about design, we have 12 cars parking on one block on the ground floor, and that is, we have 2 cars to a particular apartment. Okay. Now, on the first floor, you have 2 number 3-bedroom apartments. Okay. On the second floor, we have 4 number maisonette apartments. You have 2 number 2-bedroom maisonettes and 2 number 3-bedroom maisonettes. So in total, in a particular block, you have 6 units. So, which is, again, on the first floor, 2 number of 3-bedroom apartments. On the second floor, you have 4 units, which is 2 number of 2-bedroom maisonettes and then 2 number of 3-bedroom maisonettes.
For those who might not understand what a maisonette is, what is a maisonette?
So think of a maisonette, right? The best way to describe it is think of it as a duplex within an apartment building. Okay, so meaning that in a particular unit, you have the lower floor, so to speak, the ground floor, and then you have the upper floor. So on the lower floor, you have the spaces such as the living room,
kitchen,
the dining, the guest toilet, yes. And then on the upper floor, you have the bedrooms and then the family lounge. Exactly. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, exactly. Yep.
All right. So let's talk about amenities. What other amenities do we have aside from the parking lots that our subscribers are going to enjoy when they subscribe to this?
Okay, so within this development, we actually have provided them a gym. Okay? Because health and fitness is really at the core of what we try to offer in terms of sustainable, healthy living. Okay? So we have a gym. That gym is going to be fully equipped, right, for people to work out, and then live healthy lifestyles. And then second of all, we have a play area for kids. I mean, no matter how small the property is, we prioritize wellness. Family. And family, thank you so very much. So we have carved out an area, right, where we'll have a play area for kids. It's going to be well cordoned off, and then the people who are living here, which is the homeowners at least, when their kids go to play outside, their kids are protected, and will not come into any form of harm whatsoever. Then, of course, the usual suspects. We have treated water, right? We have a very well paved compound and all of that. So the 2 major things that really stand out is we have very adequate parking, both for residents and then for visitors. Then, like I mentioned, a gymnasium. Then also we have a play area. One more thing I want to mention for an apartment block or a maisonette block that a lot of people don't really pay attention to is that we have storage stalls for each apartment. What do I mean? Now on the ground floor, think of you having a spare tire or some sort of thing that you don't want in your house, but it's for the vehicle or it's just to be downstairs. You don't want to discard it, and it's supposed to be somewhere. So we have carved out for each block 6 small stores on the ground floor where you can keep stuff away, because we want that ambience, to be very, very good. And we don't want things littered here and there. Design is at the heart of what we do. And so every space is well thought out. Every kind of use that the building that is going to be put to has been thought out. And then the requirements and the needs of people are also thought out. So we said for apartment blocks, there's always something to be kept, which is not in the apartment, but we want it somewhere away from site. And so we have provided. So that's the major thing that we also incorporated in the design of this particular development.
So we are on the 3rd floor of Zen Oasis, which is basically the maisonette, upper level of the maisonette. And I have just one more question to ask. She might have more than that, but I have one question to ask. Where are we currently on this project?
Okay, so we are basically what we call at the topping off stage. And the topping off stage is the last concrete work that is going to be done on the building, which is the roof beam and slab. And so that's the stage that we are on both blocks. As you can see from, what you can see in the cameras and in the background, our workers are actively at work. And, just for context, today is the 24th of December, which is Christmas Eve, and we are going hard at it. And, the target from the onset was for us to achieve this milestone this year. And so what we are doing right now is the casting, which is the concreting of the roof beam and slab. So that's the stage we are right now.
All right, so I actually have 2 questions.
All right.
One is, why did you do a frame structure for this project?
All right. So, I'm happy with that question. Just for context too, there are 2 basic methods that people use, in building. One is the traditional method, and the other is the frame method. The traditional method is where you set your blocks, and then after you set your blocks, that's after doing the German floor, which is your ground floor slab. You set your blocks, you do your columns thereafter, and then when you do your columns, you do your slab, then you set your blocks again. But the advantage of doing frame structure, which is basically the frame itself, what makes the building stand, the structural elements, right? From the foundation, which is the ground beams, to the ground floor slab, to the ground floor columns, and then the first floor slab, the first floor columns, then the second floor slab, second floor columns, third floor slab, third floor columns right now, and then the roof beam, is that the process of construction is a lot more, for us, organized. We're able to control the structural elements a lot better, because we actually build to precision. And then, the form of the building itself, paying attention to all the structural elements that have been put in design, we actually are very methodical in following through to ensure that everything sits right, okay? And the building stands on its own frame, not taking anything away from the traditional method. But for us, it's just showing how well we're able to build, and plus the fact that for us, it's actually a lot faster, because if you try to do your block setting first, that takes a few days. Laying out our program of work, our Gantt charts, we saw that, how can we achieve this kind of milestone within a very, very limited time, 6 months, right? And then we said, okay, we go frame. The advantage of, a clean construction, being able to monitor that, then the time savings as well, and coupled with the fact that also we are actually trying to show, the details of how your building stands. A lot is hidden when people do the traditional method. A lot is hidden and it doesn't come out so clean. But we're trying to show our homeowners and subscribers that, the frame itself, this is how it stands. This is the process of construction. You're seeing everything in its naked form. And then the assurance that this house was well built with nothing to hide at all. So all these factors laid into one are the reasons why we decided to go for frame construction.
All right, thank you, sir.
The question I've been waiting for. Shoot.
Finally. So, of course, all our subscribers.
Drum roll. All right.
So this question will actually be very interesting to our subscribers. We haven't followed the progress of work from the beginning to this point. Yep. So what is the price of this project?
And when are we selling?
When
are we selling?
Okay. To answer your question directly, we'll start selling Q1 of 2025 or 2026. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Q1 of 2026. Okay. And before I even say anything about what is the good price going to be, is first and foremost is that we've received very strong interest, from people seeing the nature of work, those who have followed the progress, those who are actually following us from other projects, because we have repeat, subscribers.
Yes.
They believe in our work, they believe in our system, they believe in our model, and they also see how clean, our work is. And so we are more like we have pre-orders already, so to speak. We haven't put a price point yet. We are going to release that sometime in January, February, because the targets, for January is to actually roof the building, Whenever rain falls, we just want to be roofed. We want and that will be the completion for me of the entire frame, the roof, which is the hat that sits on the building, And at that point, we would now contact those who have more or less indicated interest. Because a lot of people have said, they want the key in, and then we have said, we take your names down, we are securing that interest. By the time the prices come out, you are the first set of people that we're going to contact and say, hey, these are the prices before they hit the market, because by the time the prices become public, we are going to be making it public for a short time. So we're also going to make the prices somewhat discounted, for those who want to key into the very limited units here. And then at that time, we can now talk about increasing prices. But I doubt this is going to be in the market for so long with the kind of interest that we're getting from people, the location and everything that has going for it, So, but expect Q1, we'll release to the market and then we'll close out from there. And then delivery, we're not talking about delivery. Nobody has asked me a question about delivery.
With what I'm seeing here, I know that next year this is fully delivered.
Absolutely.
There's just very little to be done.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's just little to be done.
We are delivering this project in 2026.
Yes.
By God's grace. Yes.
Architect Lamidu.
It was nice having you here.
Before we go, I'm loving this view.
That's the ocean right there. We said that, right? Look at that.
Enjoying this view.
Imagine waking up in the morning and the breeze here is hitting me differently. The breeze. This is sea breeze here.
This is beautiful.
Sea breeze.
And over here, there's a beautiful view of
the coastal road.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is an ideal location.
Yeah.
Architect Lamidu, once again, you've proven that the detail apartment has an eye for premium location. I mean, we got into Monastery Road before it blew up so much. And now there's a coastal road right close to us at Monastery Road at the detail apartments, Clarion Terrace. I noticed recently the traffic on Monastery Road is improving with a lot of people coming to take the coastal road. Now imagine what property prices like that.
They have gone to the roof. By the way, you know, we have delivered over 100% ROI at Monastery Road. Over 100% ROI, clean, clear. It's actually going to north of, I think, maybe 130% thereabouts, but we have done very well.
Actually, you know, because I even have a client recently that is saying he wants to buy land and he doesn't want anything outside of Monastery. He wants to take advantage. I'm like, okay, you are coming late to
those
this market.
In earlier, the ones
late to this market. But for Zen Oasis, this is premium location. So thank you once again, Architect Lamidu.
Thank you very much.
And just a snippet, okay? I want to just throw it in there that people should watch out for 2026. We'll have a property in the market in 2026. So you should also watch it as well.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Hi, EC. And Mary, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Same here.
So to everyone watching, to our subscribers, potential subscribers, keep your ears peeled. You heard it from Architect Lamidu, the CEO of the Detail Apartments. Q1 2026, we are hitting the market with prices. Now is the time. Send us an email, give us a phone call, put your name down, pre-order, and once we hit the market, or before we even hit the market, we'll reach out to you and you could be part of this. Thank you very much once again for being with us. See you next time.